passing of New Jack, ECW original New Jack, ECW original gangster New Jack. Just badass OG New Jack. Passed away at 58, heart attack. And the brother, man, he was never one to mix words or anything like that. He would tell you straight up, shoot right from the hip, what he thought about you. My thing is, condolences to the family. I never met New Jack throughout my whole career.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, throughout my whole career, independent shows, you know, bigger companies. New Jack and I, we just never ran across each other. I ran across his old partner, Mustafa. I remember back in Atlanta, I don't know if he was going to try out or something, but I saw him at the Dungeon, the old Ramada Inn. That's what we used to call it, the Dungeon. You know, it was old, but it was just where the boys hung out. It was a hangout. Right. And I met him there, shook his hand, and he seemed like he was a pretty cool guy. I don't know what ever happened with Mustafa, but New Jack, what do you think about New Jack passing at 58 years old?
Yeah, I mean, when I saw this news, obviously you're always sad when you see somebody from the world of wrestling go, and New Jack had a very special place, I think, in the wrestling industry. He was never somebody who was a household name, but if you were in wrestling and you were a fan of wrestling, you obviously knew what he did, and you go back to the ECW days, some crazy matches. I think there was one time I remember watching, and he had like a cheese grater and you know, the real hardcore stuff, right?
Good.
It's done. I mean, the whole thing. Yeah. I remember him jumping from the top of the ECW arena.
It's on the Dark Side of the Ring episode on New Jack, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, to me, the Dark Side of the Ring episode was, you know, obviously it was crazy and it was very New Jack-esque. I always remember him from the Beyond the Mat documentary. That's the first time I ever saw New Jack, was in that documentary, because I didn't know what ECW was at the time when that came out. I just knew there was a WWE and a WCW. I didn't know what ECW was. So I remember New Jack talking about, you know, this justifiable homicide that he had, and I remember him going and trying out for a movie role, and they filmed the audition, and this one casting director was, I think he could be the next Denzel, and thing like that. That's what I remember that. I'm like, oh, really? Okay, well, I guess, whatever. More power to him. But he had his legacy. I just hate that 58 is such a young age. And I recently saw New Jack kind of making the media rounds after his you know, Dark Side of the Ring episode came out, and it looked like he still had even though he didn't have what I would call maybe like the most illustrious career, like championships and Hall of Fame inductions, everything like that, he still had a lot that he could offer to people. And I think that his story is one of those that make you stop and listen to him. So condolences to him, I mean, to his family, and rest in peace to him, of course. 58, way too young.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely was the guy who was the innovator of the dive, jumping off stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, New Jack said when he started diving, everybody started diving. And that's kind of true too, you know what I mean? I never really thought about that, but he was, you know, one of the first guys I ever seen jump off something, and just totally throw caution to the wind as far as his body go. And I know at 58 years old, man, is much, you know, stuff that this guy has you know, fallen off of or jumped off of, you know, his body had to be pretty beat up.
Absolutely.
No way his body couldn't have taken a hell of a beating from doing that kind of stuff, because I'm gonna tell you, I mean, me just, you know, jumping off the top rope, you know, I know how my body feels, so I can imagine jumping off the balcony to the floor, jumping off the balcony through a row of tables, you know. I mean, it was definitely extreme and hardcore to the nth degree. It really was.
And sometimes he'd miss the tables. You know what I mean? And just hit the floor hard. I mean, that when I see stuff like that, or even Mick Foley, you know, when I would see Mick Foley take these certain, you know, hip tosses onto the concrete and things like that, you just wonder how your body can withstand that kind of punishment. And New Jack definitely put it through him. And
I don't think it could or can actually, because I don't know what kind of shape New Jack was in, but like I say, I can almost guarantee you, at 58 years old, he had to feel a whole lot older, and no amount of cocaine could mask that pain. I'm serious. I mean, because like I said, I know what I've done to my body, and thank God, knock on wood, I didn't pick up a man over 200 pounds. You know, they asked me to jump off something at a Fox commercial shoot, and I said, you better go find Rey Mysterio. Booker T don't jump off nothing. You know, they had crash pads for me.
Booker T don't jump.
No, I don't jump. I don't die.
Can somebody listening to this right now get the White Men Can't Jump like movie poster and superimpose Booker as Woody Harrelson and say Booker T don't jump?
No, I don't do it, man. I'm serious. I do not jump off nothing, man. I swear, when I used to do that damn Harlem Hangover, I used to be so scared. I used to be scared as hell on that top rope getting ready to do that, man. But I just did it for shock value. That's the only reason I did that Harlem Hangover. You know, the missile drop kick. Even when I did that, I was, you know, like Chester the Cat. You know, I was holding on to that top rope for dear life, telling them, come on, man, get in position. You know what I mean? So I can hurry up and get off this damn top rope. You know?
What would you do? What would you do if someone wasn't in the position?
I would just stay, you know, like in frog position.
And would just wait.
Just wait. And then when they get to position, I stand up quick and go. But I couldn't stay up. I couldn't stand up no more than, you know, like 1 second. I wasn't like Macho that could get up there and post, you know what I mean, look cool, you know, make sure execute everything. But me, I had to get up there and I had to go quick. You know, otherwise, I was gonna screw it up. I'm serious, man. But man, New Jack definitely one of the guys that put time into the game. A lot of guys showing praise to New Jack, and the brother definitely, you know, like I say, very, very controversial, very controversial in the business. Definitely did it this thing his own way. You know, this was the one guy I could actually say this guy just did not, you know, give a you know what about nothing and say this is what and some of the shows I've seen him do, like down in, you know, the Memphis area, you know, where it's just totally you know, controversial anyway. He would go into those towns, man, and he would definitely rile it up to where police had to escort him out of there. That's what this dude was all about. But Harlem Heat was kind of like that, but we didn't go as far as New Jack did. We didn't go nowhere near as far as New Jack.
To say the very least, yeah.